who you are. In the NBA, voting is not anonymous.
Yeah.
So I would love for the WNBA
Agreed.
to make the voting so we see who put the votes where.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark all but one Rookie of the Year vote. She will not have the distinction of being a unanimous Rookie of the Year.
You know what's even more mind-blowing than Caitlin Clark's insane rookie season? Are you ready for this? Someone actually voted against Caitlin for Rookie of the Year. That's right, in a league where Clark dominated every rookie stat, one voter said, nah, not good enough. Rumors are flying that it wasn't just any voter, so now we're diving into the drama, the stats, and the behind-the-scenes beef that's shaking up the WNBA. Who would do this? Before we fully explore the entire story, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your fellow basketball enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting news and insights about the sport we all adore. This conversation holds great importance and you would not want to miss any part of it. Think about this, Caitlin Clark steps onto the court and suddenly all eyes are glued to her every move. The whole arena holds its breath, waiting to see what she'll do next, and let me tell you, she doesn't disappoint. Let's break down her insane rookie stats. We're talking about a player who's not just good, she's rewriting the record books. Clark's putting up numbers that make seasoned vets look like they're still in training camp. Points? She's dropping them like it's nothing. Assists? She's got eyes in the back of her head, I swear. And rebounds? She's snagging them from players a foot taller than her. Clark isn't just holding her own against other rookies. She's out there making all-stars look like they forgot how to play. Remember that game against the Aces? Clark went toe-to-toe with A'ja Wilson, the reigning MVP, and didn't even flinch. She was pulling up for threes, driving to the hoop, and dishing out assists like she owned the court. Wilson's supposed to be the face of the league, but Clark was stealing the spotlight right from under her nose. Now, you'd think with performances like that, Rookie of the Year would be a no-brainer, right? I mean, come on. Clark's not just playing well for a rookie. She's playing like she's gunning for MVP herself. She's got 2 triple-doubles under her belt already. That's the kind of all-around game that makes coaches drool and opponents lose sleep.
Second half really set the tone for me, for her to be, and should have been, the unanimous Rookie of the Year.
And it wasn't just one triple-double, she had 2 on the
But hold up, because this is where things take a wild turn. Clark did get the Rookie of the Year award, sure, but it wasn't unanimous. Can you believe that? Someone actually looked at her stats, watched her play, and said, nah, not impressed. It's like saying the sun's not bright enough or water's not wet enough. Who in their right mind would vote against her?
Caitlin Clark all but one Rookie of the Year vote. She will not have the distinction of being a unanimous Rookie of the Year.
Caitlin Clark was only 1 vote away from winning it unanimously, the Rookie of the Year award. Congrats on winning the Rookie of the Year award, but how is it not unanimous?
And that's where our story really heats up, because this isn't just about one award or one vote. It's about the whole landscape of the WNBA shifting right before our eyes. Clark's not just a rookie sensation, she's a game changer for the entire league. We're talking sold out arenas, TV ratings through the roof, and fans who can't get enough. The WNBA soap opera just got a plot twist. One voter dared to challenge Caitlin Clark's reign as the undisputed rookie sensation. But why? And more importantly, who? The answer could change how we see the entire league. So here's the million-dollar question. Who didn't vote for Caitlin Clark? The WNBA keeps their voting process anonymous, but that hasn't stopped the rumor mill from churning out some wild theories. And let me tell you, people are pointing fingers left and right.
Why we would love for the WNBA to make voting not anonymous. Because if you were the person that had
Stand
that
on
one
it.
vote, you should just be able to stand on it, and we
Stand
should
on it.
know.
That particular person, there's no doubt, voted with an agenda and not one that was very honest.
The name on everyone's lips? A'ja Wilson. Yeah, you heard that right. The reigning MVP, the face of the league, the player who's been dominating the court for years. But why would Wilson vote against a rookie? It doesn't make sense, right? Well, let's look at the evidence. Wilson's been the queen bee of the WNBA for a while now. She's got the stats, the fan base, and the endorsements to prove it. Then Clark shows up, fresh out of college, and suddenly she's all anyone can talk about. Wilson's still putting up MVP numbers, but Clark's getting all the attention.
Who you are. In the NBA, voting is not anonymous.
Yeah.
So I would love for the WNBA
Agreed.
to make the voting so we see who put the votes where.
Yeah.
There isn't or hasn't been legitimate resentment emanating from those who are pioneers Nobody's fooled here.
You know what that sounds like? Drama. And not just on-court drama. We're talking about the kind of behind-the-scenes beef that could reshape the entire league. Because this isn't just about who's the best player anymore. It's about shoe deals, endorsements, and who gets to be the face of women's basketball. Imagine you're Wilson. You've been grinding for years, building up the league's reputation, fighting for better pay and more recognition. Then this rookie comes in and starts stealing your spotlight. That's gotta sting, right? We can't prove it was Wilson. The WNBA is keeping that vote locked up tighter than Fort Knox.
Used to play in the WNBA, some of them who didn't, and who was speaking on behalf of those who didn't want to create that kind of noise themselves.
Proof of is that the WNBA has been the angriest, bitterest league in the history of sport.
And Wilson? She's not saying a word. When reporters ask her about it, she just shrugs it off, saying she's focused on her own game. So why all the secrecy? Why won't the WNBA just come out and say who voted against Clark? That's the real question we need to be asking, because this isn't just about one vote or one award anymore. It's about the future of the entire league. Happy? In professional sports? Think again. The WNBA is facing a crisis that goes way deeper than just one rookie's success. What if I told you the real battle isn't on the court, but in the shadows where race, politics, and cold hard cash collide? Let's talk about what's really going on behind the scenes in the WNBA. You've got the old guard, players who've been grinding for years to build the league. These women have fought tooth and nail for every bit of recognition. Every fan in the stands, every dollar in their paychecks. They've poured their blood, sweat, and tears into making the WNBA what it is today. Then boom, Caitlin Clark shows up fresh out of college, and suddenly she's all anyone can talk about. It's like someone flipped a switch and now the spotlight's on this new kid. Can you imagine how that feels for the veterans? They're thinking, we've been here all along, putting in the work, where's our shine? It's not just about jealousy or hurt feelings. This is about the big picture of women's basketball. Who gets to be the face of the league? What kind of player do sponsors want to throw their money at? These are questions that touch on race, opportunity, and the very identity of the WNBA. Remember Angel Reese? She's friends with Aja Wilson, and some people think that connection might have played a role in the vote against Clark. It's like high school all over again, with cliques and alliances forming, but instead of deciding who sits at the cool table in the cafeteria, they're shaping the future of professional women's basketball.
She's deserved it. Asia has been somebody that's inspired me, not just on the court, but off the court. And as a black woman, her story, being from South Carolina and everything.
We're seeing a clash between different visions for the league's future. On one side, you've got the established stars who've been carrying the torch for years. They want respect for the grind, for the years of hard work when nobody was watching. On the other side, there's this new wave of talent that's bringing in fans and media attention like never before. It's like two tectonic plates colliding, and the WNBA is caught right in the middle. Do they embrace the change and risk alienating their loyal veterans? Or do they try to keep things the way they've always been and potentially miss out on this new surge of popularity?
And elevating the sports shine ultimately benefits you. Go out there, compete with her.
But here's the million-dollar question. Is all this drama actually hurting the WNBA? Are fans tuning in for the basketball or the behind-the-scenes beef? And what happens if this tension keeps building? We could be looking at a league divided, with players choosing sides and fans following suit. The WNBA's drama might be captivating, but it's overshadowing a ticking time bomb. Why is Caitlin Clark sitting out until next year? And what does it mean for the league's future? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark for a minute. She's not just some rookie who got lucky. This girl is changing the whole game. We're seeing packed arenas every time she steps on the court. TV ratings are through the roof. Her jersey sold out in every size. Clark's not just playing basketball. She's putting on a show that everyone wants to see. Clark's taking a break. She's not suiting up until next year, and everyone's scratching their heads wondering why. Is it all the drama getting to her, the politics? Or maybe she's just looking at her options? Because let's be real, Clark's got some big decisions to make. Clark's making pennies compared to what she could get overseas. We're talking about a rookie salary of around $76,000 to $78,000. That's chump change for a player of her caliber. Overseas, she could be raking in millions. It's like asking LeBron to play for minimum wage. Would you do it? And the WNBA, They're sweating bullets. Imagine you've just found your golden goose, the player who's going to take your league to the next level, and now there's a chance she might fly the coop. It's not just about losing a star player, it's about losing the future of the league. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark anymore. It's about the whole future of women's basketball in America. The WNBA is at a crossroads. They've got this superstar who's bringing in fans like never before, but they can't pay her what she's worth, not even close. So what happens next? If Clark decides to take her talents overseas, it's not just a loss for the WNBA, it's a wake-up call. It's saying, hey, if you want to keep the best players, you've got to step up your game. We're talking better salaries, more exposure, bigger deals, the whole 9 yards. So, what do you think? Can the WNBA make those changes fast enough? Or are we going to see a talent drain as more players follow Clark's lead? It's like watching a high-stakes poker game and the WNBA's gone all in. The question is, will Clark call or fold? We'd love to hear your comments below. But thanks for joining us on this journey through some exciting times in WNBA history. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.